handed out by the judge. I don't know if y'all have seen this, but young people get convicted every day. So let's see how they react to their life sentences, man. That's the boy LostGravvity. We on the road to 500 subscribers. We got 46 more left. So let's get 46 subscribers in here. Like, comment, subscribe. If you're new to the channel, turn that bell notification so you get a notification every time I post, so you don't miss out on a video. Let's get into it. Grab a gang. Best gang on YouTube. Let's get it.
He's in the Milwaukee County Courthouse at his sentencing for being convicted of murdering a university student. Reportedly, 18-year-old Jackson and his friend hunted for victims when they saw Potter leave a bar. Nathan Potter, the 21-year-old victim, was a college student at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. They stalked him, accosted him, and demanded money. When Jackson learned that Potter didn't have any cash, Jackson shot him, which killed him. Officials said Jackson fled to Mississippi the day after Potter's murder. Jackson's uncle reportedly tipped off the police on his whereabouts, where he was arrested. When he was on trial, you could see Jackson make gestures towards the victim's family. And when he was escorted out of the courtroom, you can see him smiling at the family. Now,
that's what I'm saying. That's why demons right here, they deserve life sentence. I don't really be caring if they get a life sentence. If you can smile at somebody's family after you done murdered their son in cold blood, you deserve to get put under the prison. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Before the sentencing, Jackson's mother told the court she first heard about the killing on TV.
When I saw it on the news, I even cried. I'm like, oh my God, I can't imagine what that mother is going through. I never had a clue that my child had anything to do with it. My son is not a monster.
Yes, he is.
He's not a monster.
Jackson now apologizes for what he has.
That be the problem, y'all. Y'all parents don't be knowing their kids. Your son is a monster. Monsters Inc. monster. For real. He's not no law-abiding citizen.
Please, don't take my life from me.
When the judge announced life imprisonment without the possibility of parole, Jackson has an outburst.
Look at this nigga. But your son not a monster, though. Yeah, right.
As the deputies restrain Jackson, you can hear one of Jackson's family members scream to the victim's family. When Jackson is serving life in prison without parole, his friend pleaded guilty to acting as the lookout and was sentenced to 12 years in prison.
Damn.
This is Jennifer Mee,
in
the Pinellas County Justice Center. At 19 years old, she was arrested on charges of first-degree murder. But this wasn't the first time Mee grabbed the public's attention. When she was 15 years old, she gained international fame when she developed a case of uncontrollable hiccups. She was initially known as the Hiccup Girl, but that all ended when her hiccups were cured and the media had no more interest in her until she was arrested. Mee was accused of setting up a robbery with victims she had met online. She had reportedly recruited Lamont Newton, her boyfriend at the time, and another friend, LaRon Rayford, to help rob victims. Mee met up with a...
Whoa! Whoa! I didn't expect that to be the boyfriend with that for him to like that.
She encountered online. She lured the man to a vacant home
and her two friends
robbed and shot the man, which killed him. They got $50 for the robbery and murder. Mee, Rayford, and Newton.
All three of you idiots got $50. And now you got a life sentence. Oh my God.
All lived together and were arrested within hours of the crime.
Oh my God.
When Mee had first gone arrested, she was in jail. She had a phone call with her mother, where she admitted to her involvement, and the conversation ended up being recorded.
This call may be recorded or monitored. I have a free call from Jennifer Mee and inmates at Pinellas County Jail.
Now what she got in this recording?
I got charged for murder in the first degree.
Charged for murder in the first degree?
Yes, sir.
What who did you kill?
I didn't do nothing. I was just there at the wrong time at the wrong place. Hello? Hi, Mama. Hello, Jennifer.
No, I know you won't. You set it up. You just as guilty.
From murder in the first degree. Who'd you kill? I didn't kill nobody. Because I set everything up.
Exactly.
The jury returned a guilty verdict, and Mee was found guilty of first-degree murder.
We, the jury, found the defendant is guilty of murder in the first degree as charged.
As charged.
The judge
Thank
will hand
you.
out the sentence.
Hey, you talking about?
The jury having found you guilty of murder in the first degree, Miss Mee, I will adjudicate you guilty and sentence you to life in prison without parole.
Thank you. Next.
You have 30 days
Next in line.
to appeal. you, okay?
Her
Next
co-defendants, Rayford
get her
and Newman,
tissue,
were
please.
also convicted of first-degree felony murder and were sentenced to life in prison.
Next line.
This is Dylan Shoemaker. In a Buffalo, New York courthouse, he's at his sentencing after being convicted of second-degree murder. At age 16, Shoemaker was babysitting his girlfriend's child when she went to work that evening.
I've seen this Dylan Shoemaker case before. I forgot what happened, but I've seen that name Dylan Shoemaker. That's why I got so close. I'm like, wait a minute. I've heard about Dylan Shoemaker
He was inside
before.
a Springville home that he shared with his parents. Later that evening, Shoemaker beat the 23-month-old child.
Yep.
And a result of his
That's what
injuries,
happened.
that young child died. Dylan Shoemaker would later be arrested and charged with the murder of the toddler along with child abuse charges.
Mind your own business.
Shoemaker was reportedly trying to get the
Damn.
child to stop crying, and he never wanted to hurt the child or for him to die. But the jurors didn't buy it, and Shoemaker was convicted of second-degree murder. Now, watch closely. As Shoemaker enters the courtroom, before he could even get set up behind the defense table, he starts crying and telling everyone how sorry he is.
I didn't mean to kill Austin. Actually, I really didn't. I really think I did that. I didn't mean to hurt him.
When Shoemaker
Yeah,
was
you did.
awaiting his trial, he had a
Yes,
phone
the
call
hell
with
you
his
did.
mother, and the conversation ended up being recorded. Now, listen to the judge on what Shoemaker said to his mother.
In a phone call to your mother from the holding center, you stated, and I got a quote from the court reporter,
That's what he
I am
said.
a 16-year-old blonde. Probably all I have to do is cry in front of the jury, and they're going to feel sorry for me. I can't take back what was done. I wish I could. I would give
Nah. You ain't finna skate past what you just said on that. You ain't finna skate past what you just said on that, homeboy. You said just cause you a white blonde boy, you better get off.
Shoemaker was later sentenced to the maximum punishment.
that you be sentenced to an indeterminate term of imprisonment, which will have a maximum of life.
Next.
Hereby imposes a minimum sentence of 25 years.
But that sentence was later modified to 18 years to life.
What? He should have got a 20 ball. I don't care what he did. He should have got 20 years to life. No possibility of parole.
And investing, designed
Being
around
a
you.
little kid. Little kid ain't do nothing to you, dude. A little
Clean,
innocent kid at
simple,
that.
Effective deodorant.
You're a scum
it's
of the
not
earth.
a myth. It's native.
I have no respect for you, man. 25 to life, minimum.
This is
Thank
Brandon
you.
Spencer
Next.
in Los Angeles County Superior Court. He was charged with 4 counts of attempted murder.
Damn. Yes, you can.
Halloween night, 19-year-old Spencer attended a crowded party on the
You can do life. That ain't for you to decide. You if you could attempt to kill 4 people, you can do life.
University of Southern
Yeah, you
California
crying for now.
in Los Angeles.
Got your
Suddenly,
mind, boy.
Gunshots went off, and it was mayhem. Everyone scattered. Some ran in fear, and others hid. Reportedly, Spencer also ran, but he was stopped in a parking lot half a mile away, where he got picked up by the LAPD for questioning. A couple days later, he was charged with 4 counts of attempted murder. 4 people were injured, but fortunately, no one died.
That if you
Damn.
are so intent on killing someone that you're willing to shoot them and at the same time open fire into a crowd.
Prosecutors
Yeah, it's
argued
dumb.
during the trial the shooting was a result
Dumb.
of a feud between Spencer and a rival gang member, and that he was a documented, well-known gang member himself.
Not a bad person, but I made mistakes. But I'm not just some gangbanger that you try to portray me as.
Spencer maintained his innocence throughout the trial.
So
but
that's
the
why
jury
being in the
didn't
gang don't
agree.
really
Nearly 50 family members and
don't
friends
grant you
packed the
nothing
courtroom.
good.
As the judge read the sentence, sheriff deputies had to restrain Spencer as he banged his head on the defense table.
What?
Reportedly, Brandon was sentenced to 40 years to life for 4
Damn.
counts of attempted murder.
That's 10 years for each charge.
This is Martise Fuller in Kenosha County, Wisconsin.
No, that's
on
good.
trial.
That's the
He's
math off
accused
for that.
of
My
killing
bad,
his
y'all.
ex-girlfriend
Math off.
and
My bad.
attempting to kill her mother. Reportedly, 15-year-old Martise Fuller broke into his ex-girlfriend's house armed with a handgun. When his ex-girlfriend was listening to music in her bedroom, she was shot and killed. After hearing
What?
gunshots, the mother emerged from her bedroom and came face to face with the shooter, and she was shot twice.
What?
The mother would survive the shooting and identify Martise Fuller to the police. Fuller pleaded not guilty, but the jurors disagreed.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of first-degree intentional homicide.
After the jury found Fuller guilty on 3 counts, he showed what appeared to be emotion for the first time on trial. During Fuller's sentence,
I don't care. You weren't doing all this when you shot the girl. And you shot the mom thinking you was finna kill her. Next line. Get his ass out of here.
he continued to maintain that he is innocent.
I ain't finna cry for you, buddy.
He is sent to prison for the
Your ass
rest
up
of
outta
his
here.
life. He put together a statement for the courtroom.
Judge, Mr. Fuller's prepared a statement that he asked that I read on his behalf.
Okay.
Martise writes, I wanted to write this giving my sincerest apologies to this family I once shared time and love with. Truthfully, I am sorry about the pain you've all suffered through, but more importantly, the loss of my ex-girlfriend Kaylee, that I loved too. But I have to continue to stand innocent because I am. And I hope you all can eventually see in your hearts that I am not the person the media has made me out to be.
Now, the judge will deliver the sentence.
I don't have any ability to trust that you will never commit these acts again.
There we go.
So in the interest of protecting the public, acknowledging the seriousness of these acts,
Give him,
the court orders that on count 1 you are
my God,
sentenced
my
to
hair is
life in prison without eligibility for extended supervision.
As Fuller's
There we
being
go.
sentenced to spend the rest of his life behind bars, it appears he's completely unfazed.
Exactly, because he don't care. He ain't in no state of shock on nothing. He ain't care about doing that. That's why he played. He said, I feel sorry. No, you don't. We can tell you don't feel sorry, homeboy. But anyways, boy, LostGravvity with 2 V's. Best game on the planet. Best game ever. Best game on YouTube. Thank y'all so much for 450 subs. Let's get to 1,000 subs before December, because we're going to run these numbers up. Like, comment, subscribe, view to the channel, turn that bell so you never get or miss out on the video. Anyway, I'm out.